A £10 clothing voucher for school trousers from Social Security. I will not demean myself by taking it in. When I'm rich and famous, I will look at it and perhaps show it to my friends to prove that I once knew the sour taste of poverty.
Got a plane stuck on my nose, life can deal some savage blows. Mum is pregnant and it shows. Poor old Queenie's had a stroke and my parents haven't spoke. Still no gyro and we're broke. This has gone beyond a joke. I'm profoundly in love with Pandora. Adolescence proves to be a strain. I would gladly lay my heart before her, despite these growing pains.
My father is a policeman and he'll be patrolling down here any minute. So just bugger off! Why did I come dressed as a fiend and not as a warlock like the invite said?
Moving on the floor now. Cherry ice cream. Here's your egg flip.
Are there any girls coming? Girls? No. Girls make me
How about a dance?
No, thank you. I'm wearing flippers. Going home. Without the civilizing influence of girls, boys return to the wild.
What's all this?
My mum's birthday card.
Well, I'm not sending her a card, Adrian. Diplomatic relations between me and your mother have completely broken down.
Did you get her a card?
Yeah. Got a picture of a sad cat on it.
You'd do better saving your money, George, and buying better packets of teething rusks.
Did you get her a little gift?
Oh, yeah. Some underarm hair remover.
Oh, Maxwell, no! Not the xylophone, Maxwell!
Oh, my God.
Now you've woken Brett. Maxwell! Are you going to help George?
I know I did wrong, but the punishment hardly fits the crop.
So, how was Doreen?
I went to see Grandma.
Still as glamorous as ever, is she?
Who, Grandma?
Doreen! Oh, I don't care. This is my emergency hospital bag now. You need to know where this case of essential items is in case my waters break. Which they could do at any time. I might have to go straight in.
Right. Oh, Mum? I'm auditioning for the school play tomorrow.
Really?
The importance of being earnest.
Oh, are you going to be earnest?
I hope so.
There's only one good part in that play.
What?
The bag.
She's gone balmy. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more, or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace, there's nothing so becomes a man.
Adrian, the importance of being earnest is a brittle comedy of manners, not a macho war epic. I want to know if you can time a comic line. Now, read this, starting there. Quickly.
I do not know whether there is anything peculiarly exciting in the air of this particular part of Hertfordshire, but the number of engagements that go on seem to me to be considerably above the proper average.
Right, you'll do. Next.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
I have decided to be an actor when I grow up. I will write my novels during breaks in rehearsal.
I'm putting on my top hats, tying up my white tie, rushing up and down. I'm doing up my shirt fronts, putting in the shirt studs, polishing my nails.
How can you be in a play with a voice like yours?
What about my voice?
Well, one minute it's all booming and loud like Ian Paisley's, and the next it's all shrill and shrieky like Maggie Thatcher's was before she had voice lessons from that advertising agency. Hey, go on, Molly. How much will you give me not to let on to Miss Fossington Gore that one of her actors has chronically unreliable vocal cords?
Bugger off!
Language, Adrian.
Or is it Adriano?
I have decided to resign from the importance of being earnest. To act, you need a reliable voice, and I haven't got one. My mother has the baby in 2 weeks. We still have no money. The so-called maternity grant has only bought us half a second-hand baby buggy. Waters broke at 3:35. I'm in the labour ward of the Royal Infirmary. Call a taxi. £5 note at bottom of spaghetti jar. Dogs at Mrs. Singh's, don't worry. It looks like the Space Control Centre at Houston.
Who are you?
I'm Adrian Mole.
And you've got permission to visit the labour ward?
Yes?
Mrs. Mole's in delivery room 5. She's being a bit stubborn.
Oh, yeah, she is rather a stubborn person.
It's been a hard day's night. Hello, love.
I got here as soon as I could.
Why have you brought the spaghetti jar into the hospital?
Well, I couldn't get the fiver out the jar, so when the taxi...
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a go-on-love dog.
So when the taxi arrived, I had to get in with the jar still stuck on my hand. It was still stuck when we got here.
Oh, hard day's night.
Are you all right, honey?
Yes. This is Adrian.
Right, put those on, Adrian, and sit there. It's going to be action station soon.
Like a dog. Oh. Oh.
Oh, what a lovely little girl, Mrs. Mole.
Say hello to your sister, Adrian.
Aren't you Mr. Mole, the baby's father?
No, I'm Master Mole, the baby's brother.
My God, you've broken every rule in the hospital book. You better leave now before I lose my job.
Strange coming home to an empty house. I can't imagine sharing it with a little girl.
So how much did she weigh?
I don't know. I shouldn't think very much. She's only small.
So what does she look like?
She looks just like you, Dad.
Does she? Hey, she looks like me.
Wrinkled and angry looking.
Thanks a bunch.
How did you know how to deliver a baby?
Oh, I don't know, it was a sort of a primitive instinct. Of course, the nurses helped. A bit.
Wow!
She got little fingernails, hasn't she?
I'm very happy with her fingernails.
Well, that's all right then.
You're smiling, yes you are.
Mum, shall I order a taxi for tomorrow?
Makes me feel quite broody, actually.
Mum?
Of course, I was born by caesarean section.
How interesting. That would account for quite a lot.
The little love.
Hey.
Can I have a little hold?
You be careful, Queenie.
Mrs. Mole. 2 visitors to her bed, Mrs. Mole.
Can't help being popular, can I?
Well, we better go. George?
Now don't drop her, you daft old bat.
Shall I order a taxi for tomorrow, Mum?
No, it's all right, Adrian. Your father's kindly offered to pick us up.
Oh, I see. That's it.
Us? I'm no longer an only child.
Oh, come on now. This is where you're going to live, isn't it?
I don't think I've got enough emotions to cope with all this. If this was a film, this would be the bit they'd cut for being too painful for innocent members of the public to sit through.
So who's going to look after your mother now then, eh? I'm not allowed to stay in the house, so I can't.
Well, I will.
You will.
I am perfectly capable of pushing a hoover around.
Your mother needs more support.
More support?
Yes.
What are you doing, Adrian?
Just giving you some more support.
You're so kind. Oh, take no notice, it's only post-baby blues. In a couple of days I shall be dancing on the table. But until then I shall be as miserable as sin.
Anyway, she woke up 5 times during the night.
Blimey.
5 times! And I changed my first nappy.
Oh, really?
God, I don't know how women do it without fainting.
Well, they probably have poorly developed nasal passages.
Anyway, her weight's gone up now. She's taking 4 ounces of milk at one go, plus a teaspoonful of gripe water every now and then.
Oh, do shut up, Adrian. You're really beginning to be bored about the baby. You don't really think we're interested in your silly anecdotes about nappy changing and feeding patterns, do you?
Sorry? How callous can you get?
Well, I find it absolutely riveting, Molly.
You laugh and I'll kill you.
Makes a charming domestic picture, doesn't it? Until your father goes home to his other family.
And whose fault's that, Pauline Noel?
Have you thought of any names yet?
I can't think beyond the next feed, let alone decide on a name.
Well, how about Tracy, Claire, Toya, Diana, Pandora, Sharon or Georgina?
They're all terrible.
Terrible?
How about Susan?
This has nothing to do with you, George.
Right.
Oh.
All of them?
How could anybody call their child Pandora? It's the most pretentious name I've ever heard.
I think Pandora is the most evocative name in the history of the world. However, my mother has now named my sister Rosie Germain. Poor kid. Pandora blames my mental state on being a meat eater.
Rubbish. I had a breakdown in the First World War. It was caused by seeing thousands of dead men and being constantly afraid for my own life. What caused yours?
The lack of morals in society.
You daft bugger. What you need is a good stint at hard work, don't you, girl? And you can start with the washing up.
Oh, not yet, Bert. Let him have a nice cup of tea and a crab sandwich. I made them specially for you.
Thank you, Queenie.
Oh, you don't want to go worrying about breakdowns. Take life as it comes, like I do. That's my motto. Be a good lad. Switch on the telly. Songs of praise, Bert. Look at their happy faces. Bless them.
How come they've got faith and I haven't? Just my luck. Hello? Adrian Mole speaking? Yeah. Mum? It's Mr. Lucas.
Coming. Hello. I'm fine.
Here come your branches.
Yes, thank you. Oh, she's fine. Why? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I thought we'd settled all this. All right. Have a blood test.
Perhaps Mr. Lucas thinks he's got a deadly blood disease. I hope he has.
Who's that?
Oh, no.
Hello, Adrian.
This is Mrs. Doreen Slater. This is Pandora, my girlfriend.
Hello.
And I'm Nigel, his boyfriend.
Oh, what perfect little darlings. Your little brother's so sweet.
Half-brother.
They're both little buggers. I'd never have had them if I'd known.
Known what?
Known they'd take over your life. Don't you have none?
Oh, I hope I shall have 6.
And be editor of the Times.
Yes. And I shall do my own painting and decorating.
You just wait.
Maxwell, will you stop making that silly face?
Do that, Maxwell. Adrian. Your father's awful to live with. And your grandma's worse. I can't take any more.
Well, what can I do about it?
I just wanted to get it off my chest.
Flat.
Goodbye, Adrian. Oh,
You know, I don't know a single sane adult.
Oh, yeah, they're all balmy.
I mean, if they're not fighting in the Middle East, they're dressing poodles up in plastic mats or having their bodies deep frozen.
Or reading The Sun, because they think it's a newspaper.
There we are.
Gone?
Here, all 3 of them.
Doreen, Brett and Maxwell?
Yes, they've gone to live with Sidney Roper.
Who?
Sidney Roper.
Who's Sidney Roper?
Maxwell's father. He just got home from the Middle East, loaded with tax-free money and stuffed toy camels, and Doreen just up and took them all away with her.
But she can't do that.
She has done, Adrian. She took the kids and the camels away in a taxi this morning.
So what did my father do?
Oh, your father's got the sack.
The sack?
Yes.
From the canal?
Yes, and all his yobs with him.
So how is he?
I've never seen him so jubilant. Come on, this way, but before.
I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Come on.
And nobody's noticed.
Come on, Adrian, you helping with your shopping. There we are. Do you know, I've worked hard today. I've been in all those shops and I've got nothing I want.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Home.
Adrian, come in here a moment, love.
Yeah?
I'm afraid Queenie died at 3 o'clock this morning. She had a stroke in her sleep. Bird said it was the best way to go, and I'm inclined to agree with him, I think. And he wondered if you could write a poem. One of your BBC poems for the evening paper. To Queenie.
To the best girl that ever was. Bert, Sabre and Adrian. White face, red cheeks, eyes like crocus buds. Hands deft and short, yet worked in old roots. A practical, comfortable body, dressed in young colours. Feet twisted, but planted firmly on the ground. A sure voice with a crackly sudden laugh. Her body is lifeless and cold, but the memory of her is joyful and as warm as the rock pool in August.
Yeah. It'll do.
Lovely flowers. It's a lot of money.
Queenie always said she wanted to fly.
I suppose there's a sort of logic to life and death. Rosie was born.
So Queenie had to make way for her.
Yes.
One at the back.
The Braithwaites.
Old folk farm.
Oh, then there's the old folks.
I wish we could have some new baubles. Nigel had some dead good high-tech ones.
I don't wish to know about Nigel's baubles, thank you. Go on, switch them on. Look, Rosie.
Hey, look at the pretty treat, Rosie.
I'll get it.
Oh, look at the pretty treat. It's lovely.
Hello?
Hello, Pauline.
Hello, George.
I was just wondering what you're doing for Christmas.
Oh, the usual seasonal things, George. Eating turkey, getting drunk, buying replacement bulbs for the fairy lights.
Mother and me will be having a quiet time. On our own, alone, just the two of us. Away from our nearest and dearest.
Sounds divine. Oh, a moustache! A crowd of pre-Christmas revellers have just turned up with the champagne. Honestly, George.
That's a complete and utter lie. It's only me coming from the kitchen with 2 cups of cocoa.
Cocoa. Great.
I've bought a pack of cheap Christmas cards from Cherries. But I won't write in them. I'll wait and see who sends me one first. It's the school concert tomorrow. It'll be the first year I have nothing to do. My mother is glad because it means she won't have to go.
Got a plane stuck on my nose, life can deal some savage blows. Mum is pregnant and it shows, wish she'd wear some proper clothes. Poor old Queenie's had a stroke and my parents haven't spoke. Still no gyro and we're broke, this has gone beyond a joke. I'm profoundly in love with Pandora. Adolescence proves to be a strain. I would gladly lay my heart before her, despite these growing pains. Yes, I'd gladly lay my heart before her, despite these growing